Oh, yes. Okay, one more. One more that stood out for me. There was a gentleman from Poland who was living in Ireland, and he was trying to make ends meet, working in construction, not making very much money, wanted to move to the US, worked his tail off and saved enough money to come here. And then he came to the US and couldn't really make a living at $30,000 a year. And so he decided he was going to figure out how to work in something new. He took a free course, as I understand it, on how to do construction and get government as an employee. And he's done extremely well. So I want you to hear his story real quick, and I want to meet him. Dawid, are you out there, Dawid? There's Dawid.
Yes, I'm here. Hi, Tony. I'm so happy. Thank you, everyone.
You guys both look so happy. You're so radiant.
Oh my God, Tony, I mean, it's a special pleasure. I love you so much. And first of all, I want to introduce my loving wife, Marina, who is the core and the inspiration to everything. She's the beginning of it all. And she, by the fact, introduced me to you and Inner Circle. Thank you, my love.
Oh.
I love. Well, I saw in your notes when you're putting online where you described how you give her all the credit. Tell us a little about your story. You wanted to come to the U.S. It was difficult. What'd you do? And tell us a little about this breakthrough you had. This is pretty amazing.
I mean, I will try to keep it, the story is long, but I promise I'll try to keep it, short. So, you see, Tony, in 2017, we had a dream. Okay, we had a dream to, and I had a dream to become a government general contractor, and we had a dream to come here to Los Angeles. And that time we both lived in Ireland, and we both were employed. Okay, so yes. 2021, in the middle of pandemic, we made a bold move. We decided that, we're gonna come here, okay? We're not gonna ask the question how. We're just gonna come, and I will pursue, my dream of becoming a government general contractor, just like that. So, it's been just a kind of a dream. So, so when we came here, I started to work as a handyman, okay? Because these hands are they're the artists, Tom. They are the artists, okay? So that's who I am. I can make things with them, okay? But I was struggling. I was struggling to make ends meet. I mean, it just was not enough to support our living here, even though, there was work coming in, but it was just not enough. And I had this dream to become general contractor, and everyone was, Tony, everyone, I mean, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people were saying that it will be extremely or even impossible for me to get California a general contractor license. People were saying that it will be impossible to get the green card for our family. I mean, there was a lot of no's, and as probably all of you know, when you are in this environment, it is very easy to get in that state, not good state,
Yes.
So, and that was the time that Marina introduced me to you, Tony, and Inner Circle, okay? And look, guys, I mean, magic started happening. I mean, truly.
Can I just jump in?
Yes, of course, my love.
We actually, Tony, we moved to America after your free course that you did in the middle of pandemic. So yes. We listened this month for 3 days. We were pumped, dancing, singing, jumping. And we're okay, we have to do something, it was so boring at home. I was we couldn't do anything, we have to change something. We live once, we have to do it. And we went, to LA.
We just came with 3 luggages and
a baby, yeah. 1 year old, yeah.
Our daughter Maya, yes, our daughter Maya was 1 year at the time. And anyway, so, I start going through your courses. I start working on my state. Okay.
Yes.
I start my daily routine priming. Okay. And
we both do it every morning.
imagine, in this small apartment, every day, priming and lifting our spirits up. So if someone walks in, might think that we are insane, but I think we are, in some way, which is good. So long story short, I wanted to become that resourceful person. Okay.
Yes.
So I enrolled in free government contracting programs. Seminars, boot camps. I registered company as a corporation. I obtained a license and another 2 trade licenses to be able to obtain all the government contracts for small micro business and so on. And then I was kind of, Tony, ready, I would say, right? But I was still like, that just a notch, just to make that decision to start bidding. And Marina said, David, you are ready. You are ready to bid. You have everything. There's no difference between you and other contractors, government contractors. You have everything. So I made that move. I started bidding. And within, the 3 weeks, I got my first government contract awarded. And I hold this, I'll show you, because it's a beautiful memory. I just want to, show you this because I received the first check.
To give contrast too,
we will frame it. I received the first check.
As I understand, you were earning about $30,000 a year before this, right? Which was not enough to survive, really. And what? Show us what happened.
So first check came from City of Los Angeles, and it was a small amount, but we were super happy. It came for $1,000, almost $1,300, but I keep it and I put additional three zeros here to make it 1 million, So then another check came and another one, another for 3,000 and so on. No. So this year, we're projecting our revenue to be, around 800,000. So I just want to.
From 30,000 to 800,000, everybody. Give these guys a hand. What an incredible team. Give it up for them.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
And Tony and all of you friends, because, I watch, your stories and what you share. And I just want to say, that the inner circle is such a great community. It was really a true help, and especially when you need to work on your state.
Yeah, so when we decided, so it was basically, we were thinking we need something or a community around us, that can help us, because when we came, everyone was like saying it's impossible, right? So we needed like someone who
to close the proximity.
It's fine, you can make it. So that's when we decided, David, to join the inner circle. And I could see the changes like every single day. He would, prime himself. Before, he would go into a bad state and stay there. Now, he's just like, fast coming out. So we are super, super grateful for all that you do, that you bring into the world and to the community, because it's truly so precious, to have you guys around. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we really believe that if our story can help us.
I hope your story inspires so many others. It's been so long since I began. People forget I was a janitor, that I had nobody in my family that ever made any money or ran any business. And, today I have 114 companies and do $7 billion in business. And it sounds absurd. But, most people overestimate what they'll do in a year, and they underestimate what they can do in a decade or 2 or 3. What you've done just in a couple of years here from 30,000, 800,000 is insane. But imagine where you are now and where you guys can be together, working together 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, a decade from now. It'll be a whole different world. So I really acknowledge you also because you're both reflecting the power of when couples come together and support each other, because you could have been backbiting each other and like, why haven't you figured this out? We've got a 1.5-year-old baby and what do you do? But instead you're unified. But I also, one more thing I want to point out, which is all of you at home here with me. And I want to thank you all for letting me in your homes, first of all, but also for being in mine and being in theirs. because you all made the difference for them. That's one of the reasons I picked you, as I saw how many of you supported them online, and they're just sharing with you how important that is. So we're, a community. When I created Inner Circle, the goal was not just me teaching you, yes, giving you the tools that I have the privilege to know because of, 47 years of work. This is my 47th year. I can't even believe it, but that's how long it's been. But it's also, I wanted to create an environment where we could support each other, where you could have a community that would support you, push you, challenge you, excite you, help you when it's down and challenge you to keep growing. And this community I'm so proud of all of the people in this community. And I want you to know these two have just acknowledged a lot of their success is their own unity, these tools, but also all of your support as well. So I thank everybody in the community for their support of the two of you. And listen, you now have the most important thing. When you can change your state, when you can put yourself in that state where your brain and your body is high levels of energy, when everybody else is low, you're going to succeed. You're going to push through when no one else does. But you also want the tools. So I'm going to invite you to my boot camp, my business boot camp. I only do it twice a year. It's coming up. It's called Business Mastery. You're both going to come as my guests. It's August 14th through the 18th. And you guys are in person. So I'll meet you in person. You guys can come.
Oh my God.
We do it online as well, but I want you to come in person as my guest. All right? So give them a big hand. We're going to see you guys August 14th through the 18th in person. Give it up for them.